at Dinosaur Adventureland and Genesis Baptist Church in Lenox, Alabama. It is December the 8th, 2025. Tonight, we'll be finishing up the book of Song of Solomon. Dead center in the Bible is the book of Psalms. You got Job and then Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Right after that, little short book, only 8 chapters. Tonight is Solomon's honeymoon. So viewer discretion advised. Parents, watch it first and then show your kids if you want them to see it, please, okay? We're on all kinds of channels. We're on Facebook, on Rumble, on X, our own app, kenhoven.tv, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Sign up for one of them. Sign up for all of them, okay? So, warning. Disturbing content. Well, not disturbing, but, adult content. It's Solomon's honeymoon, okay? And he spills the beans, okay? So, it ought to be, okay. Anyway, so you be the judge on that one. All right. So here we are, December the 8th, Song of Solomon, chapter 7 and 8. Try to get to both of them. Special holidays coming up. Christmas. If you don't have a family to let you in for Christmas, come join ours. People come from all over the place. 61% of Americans feel sad or lonely in the holiday season. Well, come on down here. You won't feel sad or lonely. We'll keep you so busy. You can't wait to go to bed at night, okay? Go to sleep. Come join us. We feed everybody. It's our dining hall. Lots of visitors come. We'll be your family. Got cabins. I better hurry if you want to call about a cabin. 855-BIG-DINO, extension 5 to reserve a cabin, okay? Tens of thousands of visitors have come from 50 states and 84 foreign countries. Come join us. We got stuff to do for all ages. We got lots of animals, the petting zoo. Everybody goes, it's a blast around here. Probably a little chilly to swim in the lake right now, but we have 3 zip lines over the lake and 3 more zip lines not over the lake. Come on down. 3,000 meals a month we feed, all for free. Come on down. We want to help get the gospel out to the world. Let's see. Try to break a record on our record board while you're here. Get a certificate for breaking the record. Get a $7 gift certificate. That's worth something to somebody somewhere. And there we go. Say you broke the record at Dinosaur Adventureland. Who can put the puzzle together the fastest? Or who can shoot a rubber band the furthest? Who can sling a stone or a golf ball, hit Goliath? So I mentioned the other night, if you want to donate a vehicle, we got several folks here. We'd like to get a vehicle for anything that runs that they can license. Someone gave us a real good deal. They donated the money for me to buy this Toyota Prius. Man, I love that thing. 335,000 miles. 50 miles to the gallon. I like that. I taught algebra. He is greater than I. Yeah, okay. And our license plate, drdino.com. So come on down. Join us for help us finish Noah's Ark. Especially if you have electrical or plumbing skills, come on down. We're at that stage building 7 apartments in one end of the Ark. Noah's Ark, ours is 172 feet long, 1/3 scale model. Okay, all kinds of stuff going on for the animals. What have I got here? In the Ark, get your name. Oh, there you go. Join our 777 club. Say, I like what you're doing, Brother Hovind. I'm going to support you for $1 a day. Call the secretary, call Joy right here. It's extension 1, 855-BIG-DINO, or Bobby, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 2. Somebody, 3. I'll answer, but I don't know what to do about any of that stuff. So don't talk to me. Okay, drdino.com. Coming up on 10 years now. April, 10 years, been open for free. Yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day. Okay, I got to go to slide number 269, enter.
Yeah. You tell fake stream on TikTok, this is not a fake stream. Tell them.
What?
Tell them you're live on TikTok.
I'm live.
On
TikTok. What's my other option? Dead? Yeah. Okay, Song of Solomon chapter 7 only has 13 verses in it, and chapter 8 only has 14 verses in it. So they're both kind of short. Okay, chapter 7. How beautiful are thy feet with shoes, O prince's daughter. The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of the hands of a cunning workman. He's describing her body, okay? Thy navel is like a round goblet. I don't know if women get upset when you say that now, don't they? You got a fat belly? Never mind, okay. That wanteth not liquor. Thy belly is like a heap of wheat. Of course, to people back in those days, that sounds romantic. Today, I don't think they'd get it, okay? Thy 2 breasts are like 2 young roes that are twins. Thy neck is as a tower of ivory. Thy eyes like the fish pools in Heshbon, by the gate of Beth Rabbim. Thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looketh toward Damascus. There's always been the lie that the Jews have bigger noses. No, they don't. The concept of a Jew's nose is a myth and harmful anti-Semitic stereotype that originated in medieval Europe and was later used in Nazi propaganda. Look at that. Make a big nose. These Jews are evil people. This is a propaganda poster is all it is, okay? Here's Hitler's hit list. He thought the blonde-haired, blue-eyed were close to pure Aryan. You get all that? Blonde hair, blue-eyed, Norwegian, Then there was the German, then the Mediterranean, then the Slavic, half Aryan, half ape, Oriental, black Africans, mostly ape, he said, and Jews close to pure ape. That's from the Hitler Movement book. This was the list Hitler was going on. Had he killed all the Jews, he would have gone after the blacks next, hated black people, okay? They make this deal with a big nose, and it's not true. Anyway, Solomon is describing his bride. Thy hair upon thee is like carmel, and the hair of thine head like purple. The king is held in the galleries. How fair and how delightful art thou, O love, for delights. And you ought to delight in your wife, and she should delight in her husband, okay? This, thy stature is like to a palm tree, and thy breasts to clusters of grapes. I said, I'll go up to the palm tree, I will take hold of the boughs thereof. Now also thy breasts shall be as clusters of the vine, and the smell of thy nose like apples. The roof of thy mouth like the best wine for my beloved, that goeth down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak. I am my beloved's, and his desire is toward me. By the way, you should have a desire toward your spouse, whether it be husband or wife, whichever one you are, okay? Come, my beloved, let us go into the field. Let us lodge in the villages. Let us get up early to the vineyards. Let us see if the vine flourish, whether the tender grape appear, and the pomegranates bud forth. There will I give thee my loves. Going to make love to his wife in the pomegranate field. The mandrakes give a smell, and at our gates are all manner of pleasant fruits, new and old, which I have laid up for thee, O my beloved. That's the end of chapter 7. Chapter 8. Oh, that thou wert as my mother, that sucked the breasts of my mother. When I should find thee without, I would kiss thee, yea, I would not be despised. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house, who would instruct me. That's the bride talking. I'd bring you home to my mom's house. She'd tell me what to do next, wear something risque, honey, okay? I would cause thee to drink a spiced wine of the juice of my pomegranate. His left hand should be under my head. His right hand should embrace me. Give her a big hug, okay? I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Who is this that cometh up from the wilderness, leaning on her beloved? I raised thee up under the apple tree. There thy mother brought thee forth. There she brought thee forth, that bare thee. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm, for love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which hath the most vehement flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it. How many movies have been made, Joseph, over people fighting over a lover, killing people and, they do strange things, okay? If a man would give all the substance of his house for love, it would utterly be contemned. We have a sister. She hath no breasts. What shall we do for our sister in the day when she shall be spoken for? If she be a wall, we will build upon her a palace of silver. If she be a door, we will enclose her with boards of cedar. I am a wall, and my breasts like towers. Then was I in his eyes as one that found favor. Solomon had a vineyard at Baal-Hamon. He let out the vineyard unto keepers. Every one for the fruit thereof was to bring 1,000 pieces of silver. He renting it out, rental property. My vineyard, which is mine, is before me. Thou, O Solomon, must have 1,000, and those that keep the fruit thereof 200. Thou that dwellest in the gardens, the companions hearken to thy voice. Cause me to hear it. Make haste, my beloved, and be thou like a roe to a young hart upon the mountains of spices. So, chapter 7 and 8 is the third extended description of the bride's beauty. Through this book of Song of Solomon, he's describing how beautiful his wife is. And guys, you should do that. Compliment her looks. Women are insecure about their looks all the time. No matter how beautiful they are, they want to spend an hour in front of the mirror making, fix. Why do you think they call it makeup? Makeup they think there's a flaw. Tell them they look gorgeous, okay? You got to constantly, it's like pumping up a tire that leaks. You got to keep pumping it up, okay? Following earlier ones in Song of Solomon 4 and 6, it reflects a growing intimacy and confidence in their marriage. I think God had this book included in his holy word to show us It's his design to make the male attracted to the female, to fulfill his original command to be fruitful and multiply. If there was no physical attraction, this wouldn't take place. I think God did this, put this book in here. It's right and proper for the husband to love and comment on his wife's body and her beauty. You should appreciate it, okay? So the breasts are mentioned all through the Bible. Blessings of the breasts and the womb, 27 times are mentioned in the Bible, sometimes referring to the part used for animal sacrifices, you know, the breast of the turtle dove, 7 times, sometimes for nursing babies, but 7 times just in the book of Song of Solomon is part of the essential part of attraction to normal, healthy, God-ordained sexual marital intimacy to replenish the earth. That's why God did it. Okay? Breasts are mentioned 27 times in the Bible, 7 times in Song of Solomon. Okay. A bundle of myrrh is my well-beloved. Just in the Song of Solomon, it's in there, what, chapter 1, 4, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. It's an important part. In the animal kingdom, males can be stimulated by females through various sensory behavior, cues that trigger sexual arousal and courtship behavior. Visual stimuli are a primary driver, as seen in birds, like the dove, where the male is attracted to specific visual cues from the female, such as posture. If the dove stands just right or moves around just right, oh, wow, look at that. She moved her nose or something, okay, or beak, which signal receptivity. In some species, auditory signals play a crucial role. For example, female birds and whales produce complex vocalizations that attract the males. He can hear her under the water. Oh, there she's singing. She's ready, okay. With females often preferring males who sing louder, longer, louder, or more intricately, possibly as indicators of stamina and fitness. Similarly, male mice have been observed to sing ultrasonically when they detect female urine. That turns him on. She just peed. Whoa, he's excited. I'm glad I'm not a mouse or a giraffe. Okay. Peacocks are stimulated by dancing with feathers extended, and the female is turned on by watching him. There are 100 different ways God designed it for the male and female to be attracted to each other so they could be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Male giraffes are stimulated by tasting her pee. Wow, he's all turned on now. She peed on his tongue. I'm glad I'm not a giraffe, okay. As mentioned in chapter 4, this attraction to female mammary glands is unique to humans. No other animals have this attraction. The bull is not impressed or interested in or turned on by the cow's udder. Monkeys' whole hind end swells up. Male apes are turned on by the female's swollen rear end, not her mammary glands. They're not related to humans, not at all, okay? Monkeys, chimpanzees, orangutans, none of them have the interest in mammary glands like humans do, okay? Male apes do not typically play with the female breasts as a part of mating. Presence of enlarged breasts is served as a visual cue that they're ready for female. This is stupid. You get the enlarged breasts after you're pregnant. Yeah. Dumb. Whoever wrote this doesn't know what they're talking about, okay? Okay, let's see. Thy 2 breasts are like 2 young roes that are twins, back in Solomon, chapter 4, Song of Solomon, which feed among the lilies. So the breasts are mentioned quite a few times in the Bible. The boar is not impressed or interested in the female's 8 to 18 mammary glands either. It seems to be only with humans. So, girls, men are visually stimulated. Please dress modestly. My daddy would say, if you're not in business, don't advertise. Save it for your husband, okay? There are lots of clothing out there designed to draw attention to the mammary glands. Godly women don't do that. And if a woman's trying to attract your attention because of her mammary glands, you don't want that one, okay? You find somebody that dresses modestly. He said in 1 Timothy chapter 2, in like manner that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness, which becometh women professing godliness with good works. So, guys, you want to find a woman who saves it for you and doesn't flaunt it walking through Walmart, okay? So it's mentioned a bunch of times. Song of Solomon, 8 times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8, 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 times the breasts are mentioned just in Song of Solomon. He said, same guy, Solomon said in Proverbs, let thy fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Get married young, be faithful for life. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. No other animal in the world has the attraction that humans do. So God made it that way. Why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger? So anyway, that's Song of Solomon, chapter 7 and chapter 8. So it's part of his honeymoon. It's the way God made it. Okay? All right. Any other questions there, Joseph?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can you explain why radiometric dating is so trustworthy? It isn't. I can't explain how it is because it isn't. I've covered this many times. The radiometric, especially let's take carbon-14 as a quick example here. When the radiation from the sun strikes our atmosphere, it changes nitrogen to carbon-14, which is radioactive. You can hear it with a Geiger counter. So the Earth's atmosphere before the flood came had a crystal canopy over the top. That would block out UV light and prevent most of the formation of C14. So plants and animals living before the flood had very little C14 in their body. So we're digging them up today and dating them by today's standard, which is stupid. There's more C14 now in the atmosphere than there was 5,000 years ago. So I cover in my video number 7 of my series, long drawn out answer, explaining how the whole thing works. It doesn't work, okay? It's a desperate attempt to try to claim the Bible is wrong because the Bible dates add up to 6,000. And this say, we know scientists say millions. They're baloney. I'll debate them all. Bring them on. Joseph, I haven't had a debate. How long's it been now?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Quack. I'm stuck on 389. Come on, get me over 400, you atheist. You brag about it. You like to comment on my channel how wonderful evolution is. Well, call in and schedule a debate. You keyboard warrior. Okay. Are you still in California? Nope, I was in California for 2 days. I had enough of that. I'm back home in Lenox, Alabama. You come here. Okay, I ain't going there again. Why does, for all the prophets and the law were until John? I'd have to go back and study that. I don't remember. Type in Matthew Henry commentary on that verse. See what he says about it. He was always a sharp guy back in the late 1600s. Did a commentary on the whole Bible. It's like, I got here, so all his printed volume, like 8 volumes or something, takes up this much library space. Matthew Henry commentary. I got 4,000 books in here. It's in here somewhere. Okay. Or you can just Google it online, be the quickest. Okay, let's see. We're going to chat you about my questions on theology. I don't think you could comprehend my schedule, okay? I get lots of phone calls, lots of texts. I preach 6 messages a week. I got 20 people working here. I try to keep things going. I don't have time to just chat about things with anybody, even me, okay? So send your question, one at a time, one question at a time. Send it in right here. We'll take them one at a time right here. Best way to do it. Okay. Tim Pike, replying to Dr. Hovind, thank you for what you do. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Tim. Spread it around. Tell other people about it. That's all I ask. Doug, what's your thoughts on Kirk Cameron's now teaching there is no eternal punishment? Is that what he teaches? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. It seems like it's new teaching.
I don't know. Only met him one time, Kirk Cameron. Which wife? He had over 700 wives. He probably enjoyed each one of them. I don't know. One at a time, but I don't know. The abandoned. Let's see. What do you think about Israel and videos of their military killing innocent civilians? I think the Hamas started this. They went in, killed a bunch of people, ran and hid behind the civilians. What would you do? How would you solve this problem? If the Israel doesn't do something, they're going to learn, hey, this works. Let's go do it again. Let's go take more hostages. It worked. The only lesson, these guys only learn through their nose. My dad would say, some people listen through their ears. Some people listen through their nose. The only way they listen. I would love to get your thoughts on Earth being more like 11,000. No, I disagree completely, Robert, okay? The days cannot be long periods of time. On day 3, he made the plants. On day 4, he made the sun. How long are the plants going to make it with no sun? No, the days are literal 24-hour days. Okay, I disagree. A day is like 1,000 years. I think that's referring to the bigger picture of this chart behind me and the smaller version of it right here. I think God is working on a 7,000-year calendar, and we're right about at the end of 6,000. The creation was 4,000 BC. Jesus came right here on the calendar. We're now in what's called the age of the Gentiles. This little yellow stripe is greatly expanded up here to be the time of tribulation. You can get these charts for $10. It goes along with my book and my video series. I put so many hours into this thing. I didn't like what I found, but that is what the Bible teaches. We're here for the tribulation. So I think that 6 days of creation and seventh day of rest is symbolic of 6,000 years of human existence here, and then 1,000 years reign of Christ. Okay? Women live longer. You think they live longer in Genesis? Could a woman live to be 1,000? The Bible doesn't say. That'd be guesswork.
Do you think Nephilim are alive today?
I don't think so. The Nephilim, if by that you mean the giants, there have been an awful lot of people, evidence of people that are, 15 feet tall in the last 400 or 500 years. There's a lot of books on that. LostWorld.com has up in New York. He just died a couple months ago, but his wife is carrying on, doing a great job. They have great stuff. Go to the Lost World Museum. They've got a lot of stuff on giant people on the earth.
How did we get smaller if Adam and Eve used to be huge?
I think in the new world without the canopy overhead, bigger people simply couldn't survive. Just like bigger dinosaurs couldn't live long enough to reach maturity. So they would die off from the climate change. I think if you, you can put a bunch of dogs loose on a certain island where the only ones that survive are small dogs and come back in 10 years and you'll have all small dogs. The island didn't create that. That was already in the gene code. It just selected that. Natural selection works great. Has nothing to do with evolution. Nothing. What's your take on people having experience with a ghost or demons? Don't know. I've heard the stories. I'm busy trying to slay a different dragon. Let somebody else handle that one. Sabrina, when he made the light, it wasn't the sun yet, though, right? It was just bright like I don't know. God is light. I think he made the sun later on day 4 purposely so we would know not to worship it. It's important. We got to have it. I'm glad we got it up there, but it's not something you worship. So that's probably why God did that. Try bromelain for that cough. I've had it for 30-some years. It's phlegm on the uvula. It's from talking too much. When they find my skeleton, they're going to think I was a woman because my TMJ is going to be worn out more. Thessalonians, Paul mentions rapture. Your thoughts on, 1 Thessalonians 4. It ties right in with Matthew 24 and Mark 13. Get my chart where I have all the verses about that topic, or my book, What on Earth is About to Happen. Matthew 24. They asked him, Lord, when are you coming and what's the sign we watch for? He describes the tribulation all the way down to verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, till the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds and of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. Exactly like 1 Thessalonians 4 says, Matthew 24. The rapture comes after the tribulation. Right here, the day of Christ, the sun and the moon go dark, the rapture. I got it all on my chart. I put thousands of hours into all this. Like I said, I didn't like what I found, but I'm convinced I got the right sequence there. God bless and keep you. Thank you, Carlos.
What's your take on UFOs and aliens?
There's no question. UFOs are unidentified flying objects. No question. I don't know. As far as aliens, I think Trump is sending most of them back, isn't he?
Let's do it.
I'm trying. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's another topic. Don't have time for. Okay, thank you so much. Tomorrow night, I still haven't decided, Joseph, which book to take or to have a comment section on Tuesdays. I got a whole lot of books of the Bible we haven't done through yet, and I love reading that book, but we'll surprise you tomorrow night. See you then. Bye.